Welcome. If you're an auditor and you're looking to get on the fast track, you have come to the right place. We are about to lay out the exact playbook to get you from junior to senior in just 1 year. So let's get into it. First things first, let's just bust a huge myth right out of the gate. So many people think that getting promoted to senior is just, a waiting game. You put in your 2 years and poof, it happens. But is that really how it works? Well, the short answer is nope, not at all. The single biggest thing that gets you to that next level isn't the calendar, it's how you think. It really all boils down to adopting a senior mindset, and you can start that on day one. So, this is our base camp. The journey really begins by fundamentally shifting how you approach your job. We have to move from being a follower, someone who just takes instructions, to being a leader, someone who actually drives the audit forward. And just look at the difference here. It's night and day. A junior waits to be told what to do. A senior is already thinking about the next step. A junior just goes down a checklist. A senior is thinking about the why, the risk behind every single procedure. It's a huge shift from just getting it done to actually being a problem solver and taking real ownership of your work. That right there is the foundation. All right, so once we've got that senior mindset locked in, it's time to pack our toolkit. Let's talk about the essential, non-negotiable gear you're going to need for this climb. These 6 skills right here, this is your bread and butter. We're talking about things like performing walkthroughs so well you understand a client's process inside and out, or running an analytical review that actually helps you spot the weird stuff. And of course, preparing documentation that is so clean and clear anyone can pick it up and understand your thought process. Honestly, without these, climbing to senior is pretty much impossible. And let's just dive deep into walkthroughs for a second. See, a senior doesn't just copy last year's work paper. They can build this from the ground up, mapping the flow, spotting the real risks, seeing how the client's controls fit in, and then, only then, designing the right audit steps. It's a logical, risk-based way of thinking. Okay, having those technical chops is absolutely critical, but it's really only half the story. The thing that truly separates a senior from the pack is how they communicate. This is where you really start to sound and get treated like a leader. And this comparison is just perfect. Please never just walk up and ask, what do I do here? That just puts all the thinking on your supervisor. Instead, a senior does the work first. They say, okay, I've looked at this, here's what I think is going on, and here's what I plan to do next. Am I on the right track? See the difference? You're bringing a solution, not just a problem. And you know what? It's the exact same idea when you're giving a status update. Don't just say a section is done. A senior provides the full picture. Here's where we are. Here's a risk I found, here's the problem it creates, and here's my idea for how we can solve it. Suddenly, you're not just a task doer, you're helping manage the entire engagement. Okay, so we've covered the mindset, the technical toolkit, and the communication style. Now let's bring it all together. It's time for a crucial checkpoint, a little self-assessment to see if you're really ready for that promotion. So, I want you to be really honest with yourself here. As we go through these next lists, just ask yourself, am I consistently doing these things on my jobs? First up, the technical stuff. Can you operate on your own, or do you still need a lot of hand-holding? When you do a task, do you really get the why behind it, the risk you're trying to address? And this one's huge. Can you explain a concept well enough to teach it to someone newer than you? That's a massive sign you've mastered it. Next up, the quality of your work. Think about it this way. Is your work paper making your reviewer's life easier or harder? When they open your file, is it clean, organized, and easy to follow? Clean work isn't just about being neat. It shows you have a clear thought process and that you respect your team's time. And what about attitude? This brings us full circle, right back to that proactive mindset. Are you the person who spots a problem and immediately starts thinking about a fix? Are you reliable? Do you try to find the answer yourself before you ask a question? That's ownership. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle, leadership. This is about starting to see the bigger picture, beyond just your own to-do list. Can you teach a junior? Can you delegate something and actually follow up? Are you starting to think about the team's deadlines, not just your own? So here's the deal. If you can honestly go through that entire checklist and tick off more than 80% of it, you are already performing at a senior level. The title just hasn't caught up with you yet. And at that point, it is absolutely time to go have a conversation with your manager. But hey, if you're not at 80% yet, that's totally okay. Don't worry, because this final section is for you. This is the actionable, month-by-month roadmap to get you to the summit in just 1 year. Look at how this just builds on itself. The first couple of months, you're just nailing the absolute basics. Then you move on to learning the core processes. By the halfway point, you're taking ownership of whole sections. Then you start tackling the really complex stuff like revenue. And those last few months, that's all about developing those leadership skills and strategic thinking that will make you a fantastic senior. And I want to leave you with this idea because it is so important. Your career speed is not up to your firm, it's not up to your manager, it's up to you. It's not about waiting your turn. It's about proving you have the mindset and the skills of the next level, starting right now. So, the roadmap is right here in front of you. The checklist is clear. The only question left is, what's your first step? What's the one thing you're going to do today to start your ascent? Good luck with the climb.